Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Real Javier Novoa channel. I am Javier. It's a channel, a platform, and a modality where we apply the principles of interiorism, which is a compilation of all of the perennial philosophy packaged in a way that people can digest it and learn it and implement it very quickly and efficiently with great results and effectively, guys. We apply that specifically to living free, to rapid lifestyle transformation. And while this channel is not primarily a law of attraction, law of assumption, or even a channel about interiorism, although we are in the middle of a series on interiorism, and we're about to release the video on the scientific proofs of interiorism, as well as all of the applicational aspects of that. It's not primarily about interiorism. It's primarily about living free, guys. It's primarily about living your own life, being free from a job and a boss. And we're about to get a lot more specific in that modality, of course, utilizing the principles of manifestation, of interiorism, just because they're such powerful principles, guys. But in the discussions on interiorism over the past few videos, I have gotten a lot of emails, a lot of new coaching clients, which I am very pleased with. And of course, I do put my email in the description. You can get on a call with me and we will talk you through whatever modality you'd like to adjust to, whatever aspect that you're working on in your life. We will help you with that through consultation. I guarantee you'll get there faster than you thought possible. We have a lot of success stories on this channel. I've had a lot of new clients, and I've just had a lot of emails and a lot of questions in the comments. You can see in the comments to our past videos. One of our most popular videos, or rather two of our most popular videos, have gotten thousands of views. I think the most views of any videos on this channel were about robotic affirming. And I've gotten a lot of questions about that. And all of the questions have to do with what's the best way of affirming. I've been watching some law of assumption coaches and they say that this kind of affirming is not good for everybody. What's good for me and what's the best for me? And of course we can talk about that on coaching calls. But I just want to give an answer to this question, a general answer that people can take and apply to this. You see, guys, I want you to pause for just a minute and look at the assumptions that we're bringing to this. Look at the modalities that have been instilled in us that we're bringing to this. And guys, almost all of us are programmed to follow the very stupid, guys, and I'm sorry I have to be honest and say this, the very stupid school system, which it is not. I'm going to try to curb myself because we want to stay on YouTube, but guys, I wouldn't wish the school system as it is today on anybody. The very stupid university system that is just spitting out just complete mindless robots, guys. And I used to wonder when I was in the corporate world years ago in my 20s, and I had a very hard time getting into management. And I was wondering because I was a lot harder working. I was in many cases more intelligent, more capable than people who are getting promotions. But I came to realize that the people that get promoted to management in the most corporations, they have to be completely mindless. They're looking for mindless people. They're looking for conformists, guys, because every single person that got into those positions that I talked to were completely conformists. They had no skill for independent thinking whatsoever. And unfortunately, it's taught in the schools, it's taught in the corporations, and we're basically bringing a huge assumption to manifestation and to interiorism and to law of assumption, law of attraction that is out of place here, and we'll tell you why. That assumption is, and I see this from all of the questions, how do I do it right? Am I doing it wrong? What's the best way to do this? Javier, what's the best affirmation for me to use? Is it okay for me to do robotic affirming? Or is it okay? Do I have to use this wording? What's the most efficient? And the question is always, what's the best? What's the most direct path? We're always looking for the most direct path, because in all of the businesses which are quickly dying, and if you want to know more about that, watch my interviews with the great Trevor Blake, guys. This business model is dying because it has no relevance to the modern world. The assumption is you have to be efficient, guys. And efficiency was a byword in the 19th century. It was started out of the Prussian universities. You can go research this. And it's basically created to put people in the prison grid. You have to do these actions. We have to calculate them. They have to be the most efficient. It doesn't work anymore in business, guys. Why? Because the great management consultant Peter Drucker said, mark this well, efficiency is doing things right, and that's great. But effectiveness is doing the right things. And if you can find the right things, efficiency is almost a byproduct of that. It will come of its own accord. But if you're doing the wrong thing, guys, and I remember Stephen Covey called it having your ladder against the wrong wall, you climb up that ladder very efficiently, very professionally, only to realize that it need not have been climbed at all. And the worst thing to do is something that need not be done at all. So taking this efficiency to manifestation, people think I have to manifest it the most efficiently and do the best. But the problem is, in the world of possibility, in the world of the right brain, in the world of spirituality, there is never a straight path, because everyone's path is unique and everyone's path is different. Why? Because we all have a different vibrational makeup and we all have different hang-ups, and the universe has to take us around those hang-ups in order to get us to where we want to be. So it's like a winding staircase. You can even see this in a simple thing like going to your friend's house for dinner. Well, if you want to go to your friend's house, you can ask the GPS, what's the straightest route? Well, it's straight in one line. And of course, you're going to have to go through houses, through apartments. You're going to have to run through lakes to get there. And chances are you're not likely to get there in one piece, but it's the most efficient way. So any of you asking this, first of all, realize that this whole theory of having to do the best or having to be efficient is bunk, because you don't know what efficient is. This is even the case in business. Just like the great business masters say, when you have a business plan, well, that plan breaks down with its first contact with reality. You have to learn to dance with that, and there's no direct or efficient path that I can give you to be completely efficient. We can talk through it in a coaching call, and we meet them step by step. A situation arises, a thought arises, then I can talk you through the best way to navigate that for the next step. Like Vadim Zeland says, it's like putting one foot in front of the other. So that's the technical aspect of this. Stop bringing efficiency to manifesting. It doesn't even work in business, guys. There is no efficiency. The right brain has the unique path that you need. All you need to do is tap into that. And this comes again from a not knowing who you are. You don't have to ask me what's the best way to manifest. Of course, I'll give you advice, and we're going to continue giving lots of steps and tools and procedures. But you can figure this out on your own. Why? Because you have the divine within you. You have your right brain. Learn who you are. Practice it. Test it. If you want to use an affirmation, write one and then see how it works for you. Check in with your feelings, because first of all, remember, you're still on this modality of trying to use these affirmations to get something. That right there is not what we're teaching in interiorism, because if you're using it as an instrumentality, then of course you're subject to all of the fluctuations on the outer. But if you can give what you want, if you can give your desire to yourself now, then everything that needs to happen on the path to that will unfold, and you won't be needing to ask anyone, am I doing it right? So tune into it, get into state, watch the videos that are coming up on interiorism. I'm going to equip you and give you the tools that you need to never have to ask anyone, is this the right way of doing it? There is no right or wrong way. I want you to start asking yourself this question. Anything in life, guys, this applies in business, and we're going to talk about this. I've consulted a lot of business people. I've started various businesses, and here's what works in business. Everyone asks, what's the best way to start? What's the best way to do this? No, no, no. Because that will block you and keep you from even starting. So what you ask yourself is, what's the worst way to do this? What's a bad way to do this? Because remember, a bad way of doing it is doing it, right? And it's better to do it in a bad way or a wrong way than not to do it at all. Do you follow me? So instead of getting tied up, a person sent me an email, and I think they're pausing their affirmations. They're pausing their getting into state, waiting for an answer of what's the best, and then you will never make the effort to get into state. Just do whatever feels right in that moment to get into state, to tap into that state, then know you have it, and then you won't have to take any effort because the next step will present itself sequentially to you. There is no right way, there is no wrong way, guys. There is the pathless way. Truth is without path. If you listen to the great teacher Krishnamurti, who I listened to a lot in my 20s and interiorized a lot of his messages, he will let you know that if you're trying to get to Rome, any path will do, guys, and everyone has a different path. Everybody has a separate path. So don't ask what's the right way to do this or is this the wrong way, because that's tying you up. Rather know that whatever you feel that you need to do in the moment, tap into your intuition, and even if it is incorrect, even if you're not following your intuition, that is a next step, and you can interpret it as the next step towards where you want to get. And of course, in interiorism, we teach you to be in that state, so you're not even caring what's happening on the outer. I hope you understand this. If you don't, you will as you continue watching the videos. We're going to be releasing a lot of new videos in this series on interiorism, and we're going to be getting on with the business of living free from the prison grid, guys. I have a lot of information to share with you, and I have my journey to share and a lot of other journeys. We're going to do it together on this channel. We have a lot of interviews as well coming out. Remember, I'm doing coaching calls. Emails in the description. I ask you, if you find value in these videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the bell so that you can get alerts on all the videos coming up. We're releasing them almost daily. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until very soon, much love and appreciation.